So for this project you will need your heat gun so you can shrink what we're gonna do with it. Your heat shrink tubing. Something to cut the heat shrink, or you could use your blade. And of course the blade that you're gonna do this to add that extra layer of protection, and adding the magnet. Alright, what's up guys? One of you guys asked me on Instagram about what my knife, my alpha blade had, and why was it sticking to the car. So I actually end up putting a magnet right at the end where it hooks on, and I also have, this would be like a extra layer of protection, so when you're doing your final trimming on top of the window, if you get this too close, let's see, I got this one going, got a brand new one. Okay, so if you get too close to the edge, please see that, eventually you guys will scratch the tint if you're trying to do a final, trying to trim the edge, trying to make it look perfect, you guys will scratch it. So I came up with this idea, and it actually worked. It actually has helped me out most of the time. Hardly, but there's times where I do have to go back and cut a little bit on top of the window, but this is like an extra layer to protect it. So I'll show you guys how I do this, and then I'll show you about the magnet. So this one, the magnet, you could either get yourself a square one or a circle one, a little round one. This ones you could get them at Harbor Freight. I believe they're like 10 of them. I forgot the price, but they're pretty cheap. You get those. You could get the square ones online, so all you gotta do is just get the measurements. But this one, I'm actually gonna put a square one this time, just because I already have a round one, a round magnet. So what we're gonna do is, so this one is a 3/16 heat shrink. So this is what I use, but we don't need a lot. So I actually got a ruler here, so I'm gonna cut only half of it. So all you need is 1/2 inch of the heat shrink. You don't need to go all the way in. So hopefully you see this. Hopefully the camera catches this. Let's see, get it closer. Okay, so you guys can see that's the end of the blade. So you want to pass maybe no more than a 1/4 of an inch or less of the tubing, or just hardly a little bit. It doesn't have to be a lot. The other reason why, because once we use the heat gun, it's gonna shrink, so you don't want to pass the end of the blade. So now I'm gonna shrink it, and you guys will see right now. Okay, it's nice and shrunk, and this is what I meant. It's a nice fit. So now once you get your blade, you're still gonna get the same results as cutting a window, but this time you're more to be protected and scratching the tint film, so you won't scratch it. So this out of the way, now I'm gonna show you how you get this on the back of the end of the hook. So like I mentioned, I'm gonna use a square one, but it goes same ways if you guys use a round magnet. Okay, so for this one, we're gonna go an inch. Yeah, we're gonna go an inch on this one. So here's my magnet. Let's go ahead and sign the heat shrink. So you're gonna have to push it in. Come on. Almost there. Alright, that looks good. Maybe off by a little bit, but there you guys have it. Now same thing, we're gonna heat shrink it right here, and I'll show you the benefits of having a magnet in the back. So we got one with magnet, we have the other one with the magnet, and we're going to do this one now. Like I mentioned, I'm gonna go square, and if you guys want the measurements for this ones, they're about an inch. An inch by 3/8. Here. Yep, so the magnet, it's actually, maybe you guys can see that, but it's right on 3/8. You guys can see that. So it's 3/8 by an inch. So if you guys want to get some magnets, square ones, same thing. We're gonna go an inch. Okay, we'll get this going. Hold on, I have an idea. Okay, so same deal. Get it inside. Get it right to place. Okay, this one's a little easier. Okay, so now it's in place. I'm gonna heat shrink it, or I'm gonna use the heat gun, or I'm gonna shrink it. And there you have it, guys, just like that. And there you guys have it. As you guys can see, it's nice and tight. The magnet's not going anywhere. You're not gonna scratch the car. You're not gonna scratch your window as well. So everything looks good on that. You could use a square one or a round magnet, whichever one you want. I do recommend it. I mean, I've been using this just because I don't want to scratch the film. That's the #1 reason why. So you avoid that of tearing down your, almost done with the window, and then you just had to cut a little bit and you got the blade too close to the tint. Next thing you know, you have a pretty much a line on the tint. So let me show you guys how it looks when we use the magnet on the car. Okay, so here we have one of my cars. So let's say I was wrapping a car or I was doing PPF. This, you can use your pouch, but I mean, you could lay down the vinyl, do your cuts, place it on the vinyl, keep working around the car or doing any small cuts that you got to do, and always have your blade in plain sight. You won't lose it, you know it's there. Of course it's not gonna work with bumper or plastic, but as long as they're either metal, you should be fine. But yeah, just a quick video to the guy that asked me how was it possible to get to stick to the car. That's what I use, magnets. So when you see me cutting on some of the videos and I put it on top of the car, I see them. But yeah guys, that's it. If you guys want to give it a try, go for it. All you need is a heat shrink tubing, and that's it. You don't have to go crazy on the bottom. You'll still get your last blade. Once you replace it, you won't scratch anything. You won't scratch the paint going back and forth. So that's it guys. Comment down below if you guys think it's a good idea, or either one of you guys could use this, or you could end up using your little pouch. But I do believe it's a great idea of keeping them, especially when if you do hand cuts like I do. Most of the windows I do hand cutting. Instead of having to take out your blade from your tool bag and then putting back your blade on your tool bag, you can actually see where your blade is, do the cuts that you need to do, and then once you're done, you put it back on your tool bag, on your pouch, and you should be good. But yeah guys, comment down below if you guys think this it's a good idea, the magnet, or putting an extra layer of protection so you won't cut or leave a mark on your tint. So let me know if you guys have any comments. Feel free to message me on Instagram at Solar Window Tinting. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Or if you guys got any comments, you guys could comment down below. But alright guys, have a great day.